Hey guys, so let's talk about some of the opinions into the industry, into the space, cryptocurrency space, which is coming out from people. Of course, there is a lot of anger, shock, and frustration into everyone's mind into the space. Right from all the exchanges, people who are trying to open up a new startup, or of course the investors, traders, hodlers, everyone is frustrated right now with this decision. But at the same time, there are some wise statements also which is coming out, which maybe you have not realized we were actually missing out on. You know, there is a saying that you really realize a few things when you actually start missing out on it, right? And so there is lots such statements which are coming out, so which is quite good in case the Indian market reopens. Now again, I'm not really sure. Now this is something that I've also said this earlier. This decision of RBI could also be a way to manipulate the market for short term so that the big players or some of the players can benefit. Of course, you're talking about a world-class digital gold, and who doesn't want to have a piece of it, right? So it could also be a very well plan for some of the investors, some of the big players to get their hands on it. And so it's a temporary FUD. It's not going to happen because honestly, it doesn't take 3 months for the exchanges to shut down their bank account. Maybe about 10 days notice or 15 days or maybe 1 month would have been more than enough. But 3 months is a long time. So I do think that it could be a way to manipulate the price as well. But let's say that it is not a way to manipulate the price, and let's say it is the solid decision that RBI has taken to so-called protect investors. I'm not really sure how are they even protecting the investors. So what are the possibilities? What are the different opinions that coming out from different people, right? Of course, so this report is on the ET. It says the anger, shock, confusion as RBI bars bank. Anger, yes, I'm angry. Shock, I'm not shocked. I expected this to happen. Confused, yes, I'm confused. I don't know whether it's intentionally done, it's a planned, or is it actually legit ban. Yes, so the first opinion I want to read out is from Tim Draper, one of the famous venture capitalists. This guy actually slapped on country India straight, said that India is making a huge mistake, right? And in fact, he went on to say that Bitcoin should replace the Indian rupee. How powerful is that? I think this is what these regulators are actually listening to, and that is why they don't want that to happen. They don't want to replace Bitcoin to replace Indian rupee. I kind of disagree with that. It won't completely replace the Indian rupee, of course, maybe sometime in the future, right? But that's what going to happen with all the national currencies. That's going to happen with all the fiat currency, right? But there is still a lot of time for that, because for that, even the current blockchain has to scale up. And we are nowhere even close to that, right? So there's still a long time, but that doesn't mean that you can stop innovations, you can stop new technology. Yesterday we heard about the Switzerland banker who said that in fact the decentralized cryptocurrency, the decentralized money, which is actually derived of a real application like Ethereum or EOS, which has really use cases, are far better than printing a fiat money which is backed by nothing. But at least these cryptocurrencies are backed by some real use application, right? So quite possible that the national currencies will be replaced in future by the cryptocurrencies, but that should not be the reason why regulators actually should stop it, right? Everybody wants their countries to grow. So of course the first opinion is from the Tim Draper himself. He actually criticized the decision, and he also said that if I had a meeting with Modi, the Prime Minister, I would have let him know he is making a huge mistake, right? Now this is from the outsider. This is from someone who is not from the country. Let's talk about some of the people who are actually from the country. So this is from the Pramod MJ, a crypto commodity consultant. He said it wasn't a practical thing to do on part of the RBI. If these companies do not get an environment conducive growth or even survival in this case, they will move to other countries. And he's referring to some of the startups, some of the beautiful startups here in India. It's an open invitation for them to leave the country and go somewhere else and set it up. You know about the Binance incident already. Several of them have already done that in the past few years. There are hundreds of each companies across the globe today. For someone who wants to engage in cryptocurrency transactions and hence use services of cryptocurrency, it does not matter which country the services come from. Come on, I don't really care where the Binance is operating from. Are they operating from Japan, or are they operating from Malta? It's the same thing. The country, these startups are going to move. I mean, in my opinion, also these exchanges will wait for some time for the regulators to actually give some friendly regulations. Maybe they will operate in crypto to crypto for some time, but if they don't, they have invested a lot of money and knowledge and things like that, right? And they do see a great future into this blockchain space, into cryptocurrency space. And I'm sure if the regulators do not come up with this friendly regulation for them to operate their company here, they're going to move this company to a country which is more friendly. And do we really want that? You know, does the country want that? Of course, this is another opinion. It says the commissions will go to other countries instead of adding to the national income. Very true. With this move, RBI is pushing it further underground. So basically, this is referring to the black market, right? We saw the other day how one of the secretary minister said that people can trade in cash. How can you even make such kind of statement? What's wrong with the bank? You are able to track every transaction, right? Who is buying, who is selling, and now you're saying deal in cash. What kind of statement is that? With this move, the RBI is pushing it further underground. MJ, the crypto commodity ecosystem is based on blockchain. It is inherently very transparent. I think that's what the regulators hate. They don't want the transparency. Otherwise, there'll be zero space for corruption. You see how the PNB bank scam, how there was a recent ICICI bank scam as well in India. I guess there was some kind of loan which was being given to this industry or this company, big company. I don't want to take the name of it. Maybe Videocon or ICICI or something like that, right? So you have already seen the scams, and why do you not want to stop the scam? With blockchain, you can stop the scams, right? If with Bitcoin, you can stop the scam. If there is a corruption that happens on the Bitcoin ledger is public, so people will track it. It is certain that the ecosystem will continue after the government support, but what will the government do if someday in the future needs to identify transaction trail concerning? It is quite certain that the ecosystem shall continue. Of course it will. The government can't stop these ecosystem. It will not definitely be able to approach companies based abroad with equal ease. It's a pretty harsh statement for government, for the regulators. Interestingly, while the Indian government is trying to clamp down on virtual currencies such as Bitcoin, it has no qualms about blockchain technology. The Reserve Bank itself has adopted the technology for various purposes, and so have governments in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Rajasthan, largely for the land registry and proper documentation. It is absurd on part of any government to crack down on cryptocurrency on one hand and endorse blockchain on the other hand. You know what? This is coming out from Pawan Duggal. He is one of the lawyers who specializes in cybersecurity, and this is the common mistake that most of the countries are making, that they believe in the blockchain technology but try to ignore Bitcoin. The government should understand that cryptocurrency is the currency of the future and thus adopt the more holistic approach. The government should frame detailed legal parameters to clarify the issue surrounding cryptocurrency. This measure is essential to enable India to leapfrog into using blockchain technology. Of course, there are other statements also. Some of them are from the founder of Unocoin, right? So founder of Unocoin says that Satvik Vishwanath says, co-founder of the crypto exchange, said this move will create panic among the investors. People are selling. On the day one, people actually sold their Bitcoins at about 3.5 lakh. It's good to see now that people are holding on to it. Today, the price is back to 4,62,000 on the first day, selling at 350 lakh thousand. That's ridiculous, right? I'm sure there are people who are actually taking the advantage of it at the same time as well, right? Vishal Gupta, the founder of Binance Trade, he said it is going to be difficult for these people to find an exit route of these currencies. These are middle class people who will now be stuck. Basically referring to traders who are basically, for them it's a source of income. Maybe they buy, sell and make money. And if the government is saying that they want to ban it because it's a risky investment, that's none of your business, you know. I mean, you cannot guarantee a return on any stock or anything that is out there. I mean, you don't guarantee that. Even real estate can go for toss tomorrow. I mean, you never guarantee that the price of the house will be so and so. So that's not something the government can actually do about it. It is individual decision. It is individual's incapacity that how much he wants to invest, how he wants to invest, and how he wants to profit. So that would not be a great excuse for the government to say that just because I wanted to protect you. I really doubt if you really want to protect you. If you really want to protect you, you will want to see the growth of the people and not really stop them from being a part of this innovation. As you can see, there is a lot of anger and frustration among people's mind. It says the Payment Council of India says the RBI's intent is to protect customer interest. This is what we spoke about. However, this move will only adversely impact the organized sector and government. Cryptocurrency in volumes and prices have dropped. This would force customers to sell losses and make them more susceptible. This is a backhanded of crippling system, right? So this is like going back. You're instead of looking forward and looking at the other countries, what they are doing in terms of adoption the technology, in terms of development, you are having narrow-minded approach that, oh, people are making money, let me see how can they not make money. Instead of instead of saying that how can I be ahead in this game, how can I be that, because this is a great opportunity for any country honestly to be a part of this innovation and to reach there, and if there was anything wrong with this, US and Japan would be the first one to stop this. The reason they haven't stopped it because they see something really great out there. I wonder why a country would not try to be something like that. So the RBI's move will push investors either to go OTC market or overseas, over-the-counter market, black market. Pankaj Jain, the founder of Blockhack, a community promoting blockchain and crypto and former 500 startups. It is very poorly thought out decision. If they think crypto is going to go away, then they really don't understand this space at all. You're forcing these people to become criminals and go underground. And this is completely opposite of what Narendra Modi government is trying to achieve. This will definitely increase the corruption, and this will also, all of a sudden people might start dealing in cash. Is this what country really want? So yes, there is a lot of frustration. I'm not going to read all of them, but definitely want to hear from you. What's your opinion? Leave that in the comment box below. Let me know, what do you feel about this RBI ban, like everyone else has expressed their opinion in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.